Okay, folks, so we're back, and in the last video I showed you these tools over on the right hand side, how to insert, the idea of the pages. We set up a URL address up here. We put in a title, um, and I showed you pages and how to set up the themes. So in this one, what I'm going to do is show you how to place images, how to search for images, how to link to videos. So we're going to kind of set this up a little bit better as far as our visuals. So there's my sites that I set up along the top using the pages. And let's see where I'm going next. Again, this is a voiceover, so I had to do these separate because of the timing. So there are my four ideas. Now I can click and drag right from my desktop and drag an image in, and it works fine. You can resize it. You just have to be careful of it can start to cut off the image, but you can move it around. It kind of snaps to the grid visually. Okay, you can center it, drop it to the left, to the right. Okay, and you can put multiple images on one line there to set up maybe like a gallery. Okay. Another way to do that is you can go and search for images. Okay, Google image search, but over to the right there is a link. It's called Tools, and you can search for large images, or high resolution, um, different types, but you want to have good quality images, high resolution. And just because you click on large doesn't mean you're going to get high resolution. Well, you'll get a high resolution image, but it might not be a great image. And what a lot of stock photo companies, and there's an example in the lower left hand corner there of some students' artwork hanging along a wall. Stock photos, they want money for their photos, so what they'll do is they'll put an image in the large category. It is a high resolution image, but it is pixelized or it has a watermark, okay, because, well, they're trying to make money too. But I would suggest not putting poor images on your website or images that have watermarks through them that say stock photos, just because it's not very professional. Okay, so um, it was set to all. Okay, it's going to give you every image that links with your chosen search, but I'm going to click on Tools again to kind of reset it, I think. But you want to, oh, this is where I was talking about students' photos. You don't necessarily want to put any image from the internet because it could potentially be a student's photo, okay, of them, of a classroom. So you're potentially pasting their face up, okay. Not every image is free, and not every image is available for us to work with. So that kid right there could be from somebody's class, and they put the image out there, but we don't want to necessarily use their face if it wasn't meant to be used. So I'm going to go back to Tools here, I think, and oh no, I talk about downloading here. So, but there was a lag. So if I click on the image, it gets large over here. You don't want to click and drag right from the image search because that's just a thumbnail. It's low resolution. If you click on it and drag it over, you'll get the full resolution image, okay, which is, I can't read it, it's too small, 700 by something or other, okay. But it doesn't work that way. If it comes up as a WEB, which is just a link, you can hold down the control key and click on the image, and it gives you this other menu so that you can save image as, okay, and it will pop up the window here, okay, and the format's going to be JPEG and to the desktop, okay, and now it's over on my desktop as well. So sometimes you can drag them, sometimes you have to use that control key. Okay, so there it is, usage rights. So right now it's set for all, but what we want is creative Commons license. Okay, commercial and other licenses, that's, someone owns that. You have to get permission to use it. So Creative Commons license, you're going to see your search results shrink considerably, and um, they're not going to be as professional for the most part. Um, just because, well, that's what you get when you don't pay for anything. So it pops up that way. So um, you can either look for them under Creative Commons license, or you can shoot your own photos for the most part. Just be careful what you put on your website, so that you don't have any problems later. Make sure that either you own the photo, or it's been taken from some kind of royalty-free site. Okay, so I dragged and dropped that photo right from the desktop, just like I did this one, just to show you. And you can resize them so that they're uniform visually in your composition here. I can put in text boxes to describe the photo, or to give maybe historic information or a title. As far as students' names, we all know that's probably a big no-no here. A no-no. So whether you're using an initial, so that the student, maybe when they go to the gallery, they can go, look, that's mine. Initial, or just the first name, there's Mabel's photo. Okay. However you work that out, I would just be careful of what you type in there. In addition, if you shoot photos maybe at a gallery and you accidentally get students' faces in it, or maybe you're presenting in class and you get a student's face in a demonstration, on an upcoming video I'm going to show you how to blur those out, whether it be video or a still image, and you can still post the photograph without any problems with putting a student's face out there. So what I just did there, I kind of skipped a step. Instead of putting just a color in the background, you can choose upload an image, and that's super confusing visually, the way I set that up, um, where a clean background, this is what I'm talking about. Some kind of neutral background. I mean, I've got splatters and some light there, but you don't want to make it too busy with images that kind of repeat in the background or the foreground. You just want it to be pleasing to look at. So in that beginning portion of my website, I do have a lot of color going on, but you want a consistency to it, and you um, I don't know, you want it visually consumable. Okay, so I'm going to upload an image now. So I click on the upload from that little menu that pops up, and I can go right to my desktop, and I double click, and there is the image. So I could drag it on, I can upload it on. Okay, now I'm going to go over to, I think, yep, Google Google Drive. Okay, so between last time and this time, I have put an image in the Google Drive. There's actually only one in this account, um, and it's loading. Takes a moment here. There's my drive. There's the one image that's in my drive. Okay, and once I clicked on it, I think it's off the screen right now, and I apologize for that. But I click on it, and all the way down in the bottom right-hand corner, that's off of our screen right now, is um, a link where it says upload, I think, or to choose it, but it'll come up on the screen in a moment. If you have lots and lots of images, which you most likely do in Google Drive, in the upper right-hand corner there is a search icon, the little magnifying glass, and that way you can click on it and type in the name of the photo. So, Gallery 2010, and it would give you the list of the images that way. So, there are ways to find your image. So I clicked on that link that you can't see right now, and it's up to you if you want your photo on the internet. I mean, that's a personal choice. I think my photo's all over, but I have an ego problem. You also want to make sure that you are working with high quality images. This image is pretty pixely, it's low resolution, and as art teachers, we really probably want to put our best foot forward as far as visual quality. So if it doesn't look good, don't use it. Okay, so I put a color background in there. I'm just kind of messing around with sizing. This image would be really better used as an icon than an actual photograph that we'd be looking at. But and because I've made changes now, I'm going to click on Publish. It shows me the draft version and the currently published version. So it shows them side by side. That way, I can see exactly what I'm making changes, how the changes are being made. Okay, so um, and I clicked on this before, and because of the link right now, it wasn't working. But under this portion, it's your sharing options, and the default is usually just within a group, like within Frontier High School. You can make changes where you can add specific people, or you can add a group, like a whole class, or you can just open it up to the internet in general. Okay, so sliding down here, and I think I'm going on to video next. So I'm just playing around with resizing here. Oh, I was talking about too small and resolution. Okay, so coming up, yeah, I was talking about icons. I'm going to go to a website. I think I choose Epic Cam, which I'm going to do a video on coming up. And it's an app that you can put on your phone, and it basically makes your phone into a document reader. Okay, that links, there it is. Okay, and here's a video on it, Epic Cam app preview. Some people love this. I think it works really well. Some people seem to have a problem with it. But Epic Cam is a document camera. It sends any image that your phone sees right to the computer once they're linked. And if you have a smartphone or smart board, it sends that information right up there. So if you need to do close-up videos of a demonstration without a lot of kids sitting around, this is a great way to do it. Drawing demos, it's fantastic. You can set your phone up on a tripod, which I'm going to show in the next video. If I can get the internet to work today. So, okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm copying the URL address using Command C, and I clicked on Embed, and Command V. I pasted it in there. It shows me a little sample that of what it's going to look like, and then it takes a moment to upload. So I went through that really quick because I was trying to catch up. But basically, I'm embedding a video into my website. So when someone clicks on it, it is playing off of YouTube, but it's linked from my website to YouTube. And I'm going to put a blue background in here. You can make the video screen larger, but there is, it'll appear just like that on your website when you scroll down. And there's the little video. Okay. Um, and now I'm just kind of messing around with where I would place it. And I think I hit publish next. Let's just check. I think I was talking about continuity throughout your website, the colors, how you do your spacing, and look at award-winning websites online. Here I hit publish again just to make sure that all of my changes are uploaded, and just kind of check yourself before you go and hit publish that it's exactly the way you want it. It's super easy to change it. It's just you don't want to throw things out there on the internet if they're not exactly the way you want them. But look at award-winning websites and see how people have have found success. The top 10 qualities of a successful website. Okay. So what I just did there is I clicked up where it says publish. If you click on the little triangle, it slides down, and that way you can choose view publish website. So right here, I don't know why I'm going up and down so much, but basically it takes you to the real website, and that way you can see exactly how the public views it. Okay. All right, where am I going next? I'm leaving this, I'm clicking things down, moving that up. Okay, I think I'm reviewing here. So in this one, I basically showed you how to drag photos onto this. I showed you how to upload them from your drive. I showed you how to bring them in from your Google Drive. We showed you how to embed a video um, into your website. We talked about quality of images and the idea of using copyright-free images. And we talked about students' photos. Next video, I'll show you how to blur out faces in case that's a consideration. Um, we, I think I'm talking about, this is just a review of what I did. Okay, so we're coming up towards the end here. Um, this is pretty much a summary of Google Sites. There's a lot of other choices down below that really, where you can mess with buttons and dividers and your layouts, custom layouts, templates are all set in there. And it really just makes it very fluid that you can make changes, you can throw information in there. It's just, if you have all the information beforehand, it makes it a lot easier just to drag it and drop it, whether it be handouts or signs or photographs. The more organized you keep your desktop and your folders, the easier this is to work with, and it makes it much more of what we call a living document, meaning you're changing it all the time to suit the needs of your students and your curriculum. So that's about it. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.